Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just back in with another sequence video. So I'm reading this book, The Complete Apocrypha, and I'm going through the book of Jubilees, which I've never heard of prior to purchasing this book. And it's amazing, and so it's, I'll just read a bit of the title, below the title. The book of Jubilees, sometimes called Lesser Genesis, is an ancient Jewish religious work of 50 chapters, considered canonical by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, or as well as the Ethiopian Jews, where it is known as the Book of Division. Jubilees is considered one of the pseudepigrapha. So, it's canonical, I guess, to some groups, and to me, no reason why it shouldn't be. Again, based on the fact that I found the sequence already 3 times, and I'm only on chapter 13. So, and it's reaffirming, like it says here, the account in Genesis, in the canonical Bible. So it's the same, and it's amazing to me that you'll get multiple accounts of this and different sources reaffirming the same narrative, like the creation account and then the flood and all that. So it's amazing. But Jubilees 1:1-7 reaffirms the sequence. And it came to pass in the first year of the exodus of the children of Israel out of Egypt. And so this is referring to salvation in the last days. So the children of Israel represent the elect out of Egypt, taking out in salvation. In the 3rd month of the 16th day of the month, that God spoke to Moses, saying, "Come up to me on the mount, and I will give you 2 tables of stone of the law and of the commandment which I have written, that you may teach them." So the sequence is always the elect being taken away, then the 2 witnesses here on earth for 1260 days. One of those people is Moses, and the other one's Elijah. And so God's saying here that in the last days he's going to be testifying. And I'll give you 2 tables of stone of the law and of the commandment, okay? Which I have written, that you may teach them. So he's going to be the prophet in the last days. And then at the end of that 1260-day period, he's going to be killed, okay? And Moses went up into the mount of God, and the glory of the Lord abode on Mount Sinai, and a cloud overshadowed it 6 days. And so after that 1260 days, he's taken away. His dead body is going to be lying in the streets of America for 3.5 days, literal days, him and Elijah. And he called to Moses on the 7th day out of the midst of the cloud, and the appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a flaming fire on the top of the mount. And so then after that happens, then Christ returns with his elect, and they're going to be destroying with fire. And that's what's being referenced here. The appearance of the glory of the Lord was like a flaming fire on the top of the mount, okay? This is the quote-unquote mountain carved without hands. That's referenced in Ezra and Daniel. And Moses was on the mount 40 days and 40 nights, and God taught him the earlier and the later history of the division of all the days of the law and of the testimony. And he said, "Incline your heart to every word which I shall speak to you on this mount, and write them in a book, in order that the generations may see how I have not forsaken them for all the evil which they have wrought in transgressing the covenant which I established between me and you for their generations, this day on Mount Sinai. And thus it will come to pass, when all these things come upon them, they will recognize that I am more righteous than they in all their judgments and in all their actions, and they will recognize that I have been truly with them." So now this is God executing judgment with the elect. "And do you write for thyself all these words which I declare unto you this day, for I know their rebellion and their stiff neck, before I bring them into the land of which I swore to their fathers, to Abraham and to Isaac and to Jacob, saying, unto your seed will I give a land flowing with milk and honey," and that's the kingdom. So, even right off the bat in the book of Jubilees, it's absolutely incredible. We get this, reciting again the narrative, with Moses, God interacting with Moses, and it reaffirms the sequence. The children of Israel being taken out of Egypt. Modern day Egypt is America. Then we have Moses, prophesying, quote, teaching. And then we have Christ returning with his elect to execute the final judgment. And then we have the kingdom. So it follows the sequence perfectly. Hope everyone's doing well. Bye.